All right, so it's me, Adrian Kudal. I'm a vlogger at YouTube with the alias with the name of the Kudal at the Kudal. I decided to do outdoors today because I've been doing a lot of my vlog indoors. So I figure if I go outside here, if I do it out here in the outdoors, there would be some creativity or there would be some changes. Um, Yeah, I've been like I've been saying. I've been saying this on my blog also that a lot of my lifestyle is the same. Um, I do try to take a selfie. I try to take a selfie wherever I go, whether I'm at a restaurant or I'm at the mall or Walmart. I try to take a selfie. That way, I'm not snobbing my followers or whatever you want to call it. Um, because I do have a hard time, I have a hard time of being an influencer. I don't know if I'm really an influencer, but there's a couple of people who um, who want to see me update. At the same time, it is fun. It's fun updating. It's fun doing vlog. It's fun doing social media. So it's not harmful at all. Um, my only thing is that once I lose the creativity, I kind of struggle a little bit. Um, But this morning I was able to fix that because it's spring now. The weather is changing, the temperatures are changing. So I figure why not take myself out to a spring weather. So I'm out here. I'm at St. David's. I'm by the walking trail. Behind me is a chocolate factory. Um, so it is what it is. I've been struggling for the past few days because of the Trump controversial, all these controversial decisions, and it's kind of it's kind of heartbreaking, given the fact that I've given a lot of effort, I've given a lot of effort into America because the clothes I wear are Americans. The mall that I go to is American, And when the prime minister mentioned last night that the relationship with the U.S. is over, I was like, oh wow. But at the same time, the optimistic side of it is that Canada will now side with France. So I'm like, oh wow, France. I never been to France. I never been to Paris. But I've heard that obviously it's a fashion city. So I'm thinking, hey, maybe there can be some more fashion for Canada. I understand that Montreal, Quebec is also French, and maybe it has some affiliation or some familiarity with Paris, France. So that would kind of enhance the fashion. Um, But for me, like I just try to be basic when I'm at the mall. Like today, I'm planning on buying some Tommy Hill figure because it's 70% off. They're green pants, dark green pants. But I'm thinking that since it's a big sale, I might as well buy it. Because the feeling now is that all these American companies, will dwindle down. The feeling now is that there's even a boycott. The feeling is that kind of like abort or get rid of America. Um, but it can be pretty interesting. Like the latest news I heard this morning was that Carney and Donald Trump will have a phone conversation. But Mark Carney already said that you better be respectful. You better have mutual respect. Respect the sovereignty. Because I think Trump is not a nice guy. Like he said that Canada is a nasty Canada is a nasty place, a dirty place. But then he doesn't understand the charity that a lot of Canadians do. And one lady put out she said that I feed 900 families or 900 people a day. People who are starving. And you don't and Trump is gonna say that that's nasty, that's dirty. It's not a. it's not justifiable, So I hope that Trump will clean up his act. I understand that he's gonna be the same. He's gonna do what he wants. I don't know what he is. Maybe he has a big ego, or maybe he's just he has a low self-esteem. I don't really know, but he really damaged. He damaged all the Canada and even Mexico. Even Mexico is retaliating. So I think for America, someone should step up. Someone from the Republican Party or the Democrat Party. Someone should say that they gotta stop this madness. So um, I'm just basically, when I go to Walmart, I'm always thinking, maybe this is my last visit to Walmart. Maybe this is the last time Walmart will, because I feel like Walmart is gonna go down. I feel like all these American products will get rid of. So it's kind of sad. I've enjoyed the American products. I've enjoyed going to Walmart. I've enjoyed shopping at whatever you want to call it, like Tommy Hilfiger. Because everything in a mall is American. So if you're gonna change that, if you're gonna alter and go to a different direction, then what will be the reality within a few years, right? Like this hat that I have is Calvin Klein. Maybe my glasses from Italy, but a lot of what I wear is American. And I've enjoyed my shopping ways. Like I said, I continue to shop this evening. I go back to Tom Hilfiger and get those green pants. But I hope that this phone conversation with Carney and Trump will be beneficial. I hope that Trump will fix his ways. I hope he apologizes. If he apologizes, that would be a good thing. But if the relationship is totally broken, then we end up being European. Canada is gonna be European. So that's it's kind of weird. What's gonna happen? Like how's it gonna look? What clothes are we gonna wear? What are we gonna buy? What products are gonna be presented to us? So it's gonna be it'll be different. I won't say it's bad, but it's interesting. I've been to Montreal a few times. And I did some shopping there in Montreal by their St. Catharines downtown street. I remember my friends and I were like we were clubbing, and then I didn't have clubbing shoes, so I went to Aldo to buy black shoes. Whatever it is. But there's a lot. Like when you go to Montreal, there are people who will speak French to you. Montreal is half French, half English, but you kind of say bonjour. Whatever thing that you don't know, you just say bonjour because it's the most common introduction. So yeah, like this union with France, I'm only interested with the fashion. I understand, but I understand it's gonna be expensive. Hopefully, the clothes won't be expensive. But I follow fashion, not entirely from European, but I follow Jason Wu. I like his stuff a lot. Um, he did his latest runway was done in New York. He totally changed his style with this latest runway, but I still find it interesting. And of course there are people like Tom Cruise. When Tom Cruise does his movies, when he does his Mission Impossible, a lot there are scenes that are taken in Paris, France. And Paris is a unique type of buildings. Its buildings are light colored. It's not. You can't say that it's modern or anything like that. It's just it's got this sandy look. But those are people I follow fashion wise. With Jason Wu, he started his fashion career or his study here in Canada. I believe he was even in Spadina Road. I believe he was in Toronto. And when he launched his career, he ended up in New York. And obviously he did Michelle Obama's nightgown. I think he did Michelle Obama twice. I think he designed 2 nightgowns twice for Michelle Obama. But now with Paris, I don't mind affiliating or getting to know their designers. I don't mind watching the runways. I don't have to be critical because I understand Paris is number one. It's the most visited city in the world. I guess everyone likes Paris, France. But like I said, once the fashion is there, then it would enhance my quality of life. Because I do like I like what people make. I think we all like what people make. We all like the creation, and it's just look at the product. It doesn't have to be at the store, but it's gonna be on YouTube. It's just looking at the clothes, look at the style, and it's like, it can impress you. So anyway, as far as my travel, I went to my dentist 3 times. I said this before. I went to my dentist 3 times in less than a month. But that was in Mississauga, so I was able to go to South Common Mall. I was able to go to Air Mills Town Center. With my other doctor, I visit him next month. So, I'll take another trip to Mississauga. As far as church, NLCBC got a new building. It's no longer at Holiday Inn. So my father, he started a congregation here in Niagara. So he doesn't have to go to Mississauga in the morning. That's why I don't think you'll see me at church any longer. But my take is that, when I go to Mississauga, I go to the Manila Bakery. I buy some Filipino food, buy some Filipino bread. And then go to the mall, look for music. I understand Hudson Bay is closed now. There's only 6 remaining stores in the whole country. But one of them is in Square One, so if I have to see some Hudson Bay product, I can always go to Square One. The one in Yorkdale is still erect. And Montreal, I think 3 in Toronto. I think there's another one in Toronto, like Richmond Hill and Yonge Street, something like that. I think one of the bay there is still open. But anyway, thanks for listening. The weather has gotten better. It's very soothing with the fresh air. And when I go to the mall this evening, I'll do a selfie again. I'll come up with a set of clothes, and then just continue to deal with social media, right? So you'll see me on Instagram, you'll see me on Tumblr, and on YouTube, a bit of Facebook, but yeah, it is what it is, we live in uncertain times. Shopping is different now, because a lot of people are backing out. Like in the airport, no one's traveling anymore. And Mexico also put that barrier also for American tourists going to Mexico. They also placed that burden, right? So it's a mess right now. Anyway, I'll see you when I see you, and thank you for listening. Bye.